Yolan True, and welcome to another exciting day in our galaxy. And now I hope I solved a problem that I personally had since I started playing this game years ago. But before I talk to you about the mission planets, I just want to say, if you're not a subscriber of my channel yet, but do like my videos, then please do subscribe to my channel. And when you do, please also click this little bell and all notifications, so you will be notified when another video comes out. And now let's talk about mission planets. You know, they look like this, and missions are a big topic in this game. And after I finally got my level 53 ships, I did tons of more missions that were available as long as you are not level 61. And I'm out of missions now, kind of. You see there's still one mission planet where I could get a mission, but that is a special case. But I just picked it to show you that mission planets look like this. In a lot of places in the galaxy, there are those mission planets, and you can get missions from here. If you click the planet, you see view missions, and that shows a number about how many missions are there. But you need to have a ship in that system to pick the missions. You might have seen my video on how to find missions. This one I cannot take because it needs another mission before completed. That is not there anymore. That must have been part, as far as I know, from a very early arc, and it's nowhere in the game anymore. Wherever I did my research and so on, everybody told me that this is depending on some stuff you can't find anymore. But at least I still have a planet where I can show you how mission planets work, and you see the rewards and everything, and the name of the mission and how you can get it. But for those mission planets, and that's the topic of the video today, you have to search the galaxy. So you have to go from one planet to another to get to these mission planets. And there is no way of changing the view. I mean, you can change the view in different settings here, but none of them will show you that there are mission planets. The only thing that helped, because you can only archive and collect 50 missions altogether. And overall, now that I went through all of the missions to do this video, there is more than 3,000 missions in this game, and you can only accept and archive 50 missions at all. And so you will work a lot with bookmarks. And that's what I talked about in my first video on how to find missions. But you will never know on what planets, in what systems are missions at all. So you will have to search the whole galaxy. And if you look at the galaxy here, which is growing and growing, and it expands to dark space and then even beyond to space later, that you can only access with when you're level 61 and so on. There are so many planets. If you forgot one bookmark, you will be searching for ages again. But how can you find these mission planets? And the short answer, but don't turn the video off, otherwise you will miss a lot. The short answer is there is no way. And that was an issue for me since I started playing this game, that there is no way of finding out in which systems are mission planets, which ones have I missed, and so on. And so after starting with those videos and starting the Discord channels for the videos, I decided to put a lot of work into my daily life, because I wanted to have a way to have all the missions together that are on mission planets. There are a lot of good sites out there that include all the missions that are available in the game, and where you can see what rewards you get. You find every mission existing, but I never found anything where you find all the missions that are on mission planets. And that's why I did some work for you for weeks now. And if you go to my Discord, you will find something now. If you go to the database on my Discord, where you already might have seen the territory services, the wave defense charts and everything, there is now another channel there with missions on mission planets. And I really went through more than 3,000 missions to find all missions that start on a mission planet. Because I get a lot of questions as well in the game from my own people in my alliance. Where do I find this and that mission? And then, of course, I have to check. I cannot remember all 3,000 plus missions myself. And so I check on a site, and then I have to tell them, yeah, it's on that planet, or it's on a planet, or it's a mission from the mission chains. And so they have to wait for it. And that's when I decided to do all this. There are more than 100 charts here now in my database, sorted by the name of the mission, because many people are looking for a certain mission in this regard. And if it's not on one of my charts here, it is not a mission that you can find on any planet. But if you are looking for a certain mission, look up the charts here. It goes from A to Z. And then you can see if it's there, it's from a planet. And then you immediately know what planet it is, and you will know what faction that is. And like the second one, there are several missions that you can find on a lot of different planets. You just have to go to one of these, pick up the mission, and then it disappears from all of those planets. But they have slightly different warp ranges, and so that's probably why they did it at the time. But it's always like this. It's the name of the mission, it's the planet, and it shows you the faction. So if you want to go through all the Romulan ones, for example, you just have to look for the green ones. You can take the Klingon ones, and that's the red ones. And the colors change a little bit because I have to make a PDF and then do the turn them into graphics, and so the blue is a bit grayish now, but that's the Federation missions. And so you can just go through the list, and you also can go from planet to check if you have done all the missions, but it still reduces the galaxy to a lot, because every planet here in this list indeed does have a mission. And if you're just starting the game, it's easy for you to, if you're looking for Klingon missions, just go through the red ones and go from planet to planet on that's marked here for Klingons, and pick up your missions and do them. And those includes the missions already that are in the 61 plus systems. So they introduced level 61 plus not very long ago. But of course that came with new missions as well, and I think Andron Delta is one of the systems in the new areas outside the dark space I can reach, and Amateurs at Work is a mission that you can find there for the Federation, for example. And so you can go through this if you're looking for a certain mission. If you're looking for all of us, for example, just go here to the charts. Have a look, it's sorted, and then you know, oh, I have to go to Zamida. And that's why I did that. And that was something I really wanted to have the whole time when I was doing that game. And you see, there are tons of them. Sometimes you see the beginner missions are on loads of planets, and you can find them on loads of planets. I have them all here. And the overview of Scopely for missions helped a bit, but there you cannot find just missions that are from mission planets, and that's why I really invested weeks of work here to put this all together for you. And I really hope it's a help for you. First of all, the issue that I most encounter in-game, that people are asking me, this and that mission, is that from a planet? Now you can immediately look it up. Is that a mission that you can find on a planet, or do you have to wait until you upgrade your ops, whatever? Or if it's from a planet, you can take it now. If it's like the one I've shown you in the beginning, that it needs another mission finished first before you can take that one, there are missions like that, then you will see it on the planet. But it definitely is on that planet on one planet in that system that I name here. And it is a lot. As I said, there are more than 3,000 missions in this game, and there are loads of missions here on the charts. A lot of independent and a lot of missions that are low level already, and but you can really target Klingon missions and Romulan missions if you're going for one faction at the moment via those charts. And so I really hope that this helps you to find the mission planets, and that you can really do all the missions that you want to do for what faction you want to do, that you don't miss any mission. And sometimes people tell you about missions, and then you can just look up is it on a planet, and then you can just go there. So that is something I know that I always missed in this game. It's something that members from my alliance were missing a lot, and I've showed them early, so they've already seen it, and it was a big help for some members of my alliance already, and so it was worth doing the weeks of work already. But I hope it's a help for you as well, because in the game you have no chance to find them any other way. But here I put them, just the planets, just the missions from planets in one place, and that was something I never found anywhere else. And I hope that this is a help for you as well, and that you can work with that, and you will find some missions you haven't found yet. Of course, there's always something, people want something differently, but this is, so to speak, for the clientele that was waiting for this all the time, that were like me looking for that. And I'm quite sure for new players it will be a help as well. Everything else, the chain missions, will come in time. They will appear in time when you finally reach the ops levels. But this is something that you can actively go for. Of course, a lot of these missions will be limited by your warp range, but then at least you will know. And then you can just write down the planets that you encounter that are too far for your warp range to visit them later. Of course, I want to know your opinion about it. I am especially looking for your comments if you say that it is a help for you as well. I know that the people from my alliance see it as a big help for them, because they already found missions they were missing. And I hope I could do the same for you, because this stuff for the database is always a lot of work, and this really was gigantic work, where I had to work through all the missions that are out there, and that is, as I said, more than 3,000 in this game. But as usual, if you have questions in general or video requests, you know that I read the comments regularly. And if you want to see another video right now, it's right there in the end screen. I'll see you there. I'll be back.